I was lying there, completely still, eyes closed, body frozen, but my mind was wide awake. The doctors called it a coma. They said I was unresponsive, that my brain was healing, but I could hear everything, every word, every breath, every lie. And the worst part? I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't cry. I was trapped inside my own body, a prisoner in my own skin, while the man I loved, the man I was going to marry, was breaking my heart without even knowing I could hear him. It started with a car accident. I remember the rain, the headlights blinding me, the sound of metal crushing like paper. Then, nothing. Until I woke up, or rather, became aware in that hospital room. The beeping of the machines, the smell of antiseptic, the soft voices around me. At first I thought I was dreaming, but then I heard his voice. My fiancé, James. He was sitting beside me, holding my hand, whispering how much he loved me, how he couldn't lose me, how he'd wait forever if he had to. I felt warmth in my chest. I wanted so badly to squeeze his hand, to let him know I was there, that I could hear him, that I was fighting to come back. But I couldn't. Days passed, or weeks. I don't know. Time blurred. But I listened. I listened to my mom crying in the corner, to my little sister begging me to wake up, to the nurses changing my IV and talking about their weekends, like nothing was wrong. And James, he was there every day. Always the first to arrive, the last to leave. He'd read to me, play our favorite songs, tell me stories about the future we'd have. A house by the lake, a dog, maybe kids. I believed him. I held on to those words like a lifeline. Then one day, he wasn't alone. I heard a different voice, soft, flirty, a woman. And then his laugh. Not the sad, tired laugh I'd grown used to. No, this was light, happy, like he'd forgotten where he was, forgotten me. I miss you, she said. I know, I miss you too. It's just hard being here every day. Seeing her like this, it's like she's already gone. My heart shattered. Not because I thought I was gone, but because he did. They talked for nearly an hour. Her name was Lauren. She was his coworker. They'd been close for months, he said. Nothing serious. He lied. But the way he said her name, it wasn't nothing. It was everything. I wanted to vomit. I wanted to scream. I wanted to claw my way out of this body and slap him across the face. But all I could do was lie there, tears trapped behind my eyelids, my soul breaking in silence. They started meeting at the hospital. He'd come during visiting hours with flowers for me and then sneak her in after. They'd sit in the chair, her legs across his lap, whispering, laughing, planning their next date. He told her he didn't think I'd ever wake up, that he was living two lives and it was tearing him apart, but not enough to stop. I stopped listening to his promises to me now. They felt like poison. Every "I love you" he whispered into my hand felt like a knife twisting. I began to hate the sound of his voice. The way he'd brush my hair, so tender, so fake. I wanted to tell my mom, to warn her. But I was still trapped, still silent. Then one night, I heard something that froze me deeper than the coma ever could. I'm thinking of ending it. With her. Legally. If she doesn't wake up in the next few weeks, I'm going to let her go. My breath caught. Not because I was afraid to die, but because he wanted me gone. He wanted me dead. So he could be free. So he could be with her. I don't know how long I lay there after that, drowning in pain. I stopped hoping. I stopped fighting. Maybe it would be easier to just let go. But then I thought of my mom, of my sister, of the life I still had in me, even if my body wouldn't listen. And something inside me snapped. I don't know how, but I started to move. First, a twitch in my finger, then my toe. It took days, weeks. I focused on that anger, on that fire in my chest. I was not going to die. Not like this. Not while he got to walk away clean. And then finally, one morning, I opened my eyes. The nurse screamed. My mom collapsed into sobs. Doctors came running. It was chaos. But all I could think about was James. Where was he? Did he know? He came that evening, flowers in hand, that same sad smile on his face. When he saw me sitting up, talking, crying, his face went pale, literally white. He dropped the flowers. "Emily, you're awake." I looked at him, not with love, not with relief, with cold, quiet knowing. I heard everything. My voice was weak, broken, but clear. His eyes widened. "What?" "Everything," I repeated. "Every word, every lie, every time you told Lauren you wished I was dead." He backed up. I don't know what you're talking about." "You do, and I remember." The room fell silent. My mom was there, holding my hand, her face full of shock and rage. I didn't cry. Not then. The tears had dried up somewhere deep inside, burned away by betrayal. He left. Never came back. They say he tried to call, to explain, but I didn't answer. I never will. It's been 2 years now. I walk again, I talk, I laugh sometimes, but I'm not the same. How could I be? I lived through hell while pretending to be dead. I heard the man I loved plan my funeral while holding my hand. People ask if I've forgiven him. I don't know. Maybe one day, but not today. Today, I just remember the sound of his voice, the weight of his lies, and the silence of my scream. The one I never got to make. And sometimes, late at night, when the house is quiet, I still feel that helplessness, that terror of being awake but unseen, of loving someone who wished you gone. But I'm here. I survived. And that has to be enough.